The stone doors fall shut behind you as you step through the overgrown arch, and you are met by an almost eerie silence. Yet you immediately feel a presence, a power long forgotten, waiting for someone or something to wake it from its slumber. The Nexus must be nearby.
We should get moving. Fine. You'll regret this.
Focus, Iria. Focus.
You read my mind.
Is this really necessary?
Interesting. Mm-hmm.
That way?
Will do. Understood.
Yes?
Now would you look at that? Let's see.
Sure.
I'll keep you shielded.
You got it.
To this day, the Shaper's magical and technological prowess remains unrivaled. One thing is clear: none of their marvels would have been possible without...
Corporal. Well, blow me down with a feather. And here I thought this couldn't get any more impressive.
Then I'm guessing we got lucky? This is the Nexus?
Yes. We found Mullendeer's heart. So, as I said already to Har, if we're to find out anything about the Bloodburn in this city, it'll be here. Do you see that massive pillar in the center? That's where the Shapers drew their energy from Nihav's hammer. Do you feel that?
Energy. Seems there's still some left.
Yeah. And what's that? Looks like some kind of anvil?
Could that be where the Shapers forged their creations?
Very likely so, yes. Wait. How about a little experiment? That strange rune Lacane gave you. Could I, borrow it for a moment?
What for?
As I said, a little experiment. These shards we found on the ghosts outside. I think I might be able to combine them with our rune.
All right. Go ahead.
Thank you. Well, that's interesting.
What?
The runes. They look alike.
So, Lacane gave us a Shaper rune?
Might be, yeah.
He seemed to think it was a gift from Aeonir.
Huh. Interesting. Well, I personally don't believe in Aeonir handing out gifts to his followers, but as you can tell by the Godstones all over the city, he played a role in the Shaper's faith too. So, technically, it could be both a Shaper rune and a gift from the Allfather.
And you're still sure you want to do this?
I am. It may take a while, so I suggest you take a look around in the meantime.
Sure. At least we'll be out of the blast radius that way.
Very funny.
Uh-huh.
Interesting. What's that?
Looks like a map of Fiara. A very old one.
Can that help us somehow?
I think so, yes. You see those markings? Glyphs. They look like someone carved them into the stone.
Can you make out what they say?
I've been trying, but...
Yes, that's it. Over here, quickly!
To this day, the Shaper's magical and technological prowess remains unrivaled.
Isgrim?
Ah, there you are. I was right. It worked. Look.
I don't see anything.
Just take a look. Here, Tahar.
What the heck just happened? What did you do?
I don't know. The rune. It must have reacted to you somehow, Tahar.
Yes, but why? What did you do to it?
I joined it with the shards we found on the Ghost Watchers. I'm guessing that caused some kind of magical reaction when you, as the rune owner, touched it.
So we're bound to the city now.
No, of course not. But I think the rune got stronger. Still, I'll have to do more research on this. I can't help but feeling that these runes are an ocean and we've merely touched the surface.
Let's just hope there isn't a monster on the bottom.
Anyway, what now? We still haven't learned anything new about the Bloodburn or the song.
That's right, we haven't. But while I was working on the rune, a thought occurred to me. Remember how I told you that some of the higher caste Shapers were able to communicate by thought alone, by telepathy? Frankly, I believe that's exactly what the song is. Telepathy.
You mean we're hearing the thoughts of a Shaper?
The Shapers are extinct, so no. But it might be someone else using Shaper magic or sort of mental echo. The memories of the dead.
I'm not sure what you mean by a mental echo.
Well, the Shapers left all kinds of traces, didn't they? And those specters we fought on the surface are proof that their magic is still prevalent. Also, we know they use telepathy to communicate, so who knows? Maybe this song is just a lost, forgotten thought that somehow made it through the millennia.
That's almost poetic.
The song is telepathy. You mean, what we are hearing?
Isn't an actual sound, but a thought translated by your mind, yes. That explains why not everybody hears it, doesn't it?
Why do we then?
Probably because of our magical gifts. It makes sense, doesn't it?
So, somebody is talking in our heads. That's bizarre. Be that as it may, how does that get us any closer to finding a cure for the Bloodburn?
Because it tells us what has to be done next. Reactivate the Nexus.
Why?
Because it might allow us to do the same thing that the Shapers did. Join our minds to that pillar. We could connect to the collective subconscious of an extinct race, which then again could help us understand the song and its origin.
That sounds intriguing. How do we reactivate it, though?
Good question. But I believe those two pedestals have something to do with it. I'm pretty sure they're what used to be conjuring the energy of this place.
And they're empty. So we need to find whatever was in there, don't we? A power source.
Yeah. The only question is how.
I think I have an idea. Let's get back to that map. I think Iskrim should take a look at it. Here we go. What do you make of this, Iskrim?
A map of Old Fiara. By Nehalf, this is incredible.
Yes, but I was talking about those markings. They look as though they were added manually, don't they? I've started translating them already, but I'm stuck. Can you take a shot?
Let me see. Saganar Zavuladun. Stones of... Wait. You're right. The stones of the essence and their location.
Stones of the Essence? So they are the power sources we're looking for.
They must be, yes.
But why would someone hide the stones and then mark their location?
Who says someone hid them? Maybe they were just brought somewhere else. It's common knowledge that the last years of the Shapers were chaotic, and they might have had a good reason to abandon this nexus.
Then maybe it's not a good idea to bring them back, don't you think?
Well, the thing is, without the stones, we're stuck. We need this place up and running to understand the song. Even if my theory about it being telepathy is wrong, without power, we can't access the archive neither.
Then we need to find them.
Absolutely. And I suggest we start right away with...
Hold your horses, we're not getting these stones anytime soon.
Why?
Because if that map is anywhere near accurate, one of those stones is located in what's now Aeonir's Blade. No point going in there without an army.
The Iron Falcons. Right.
Iron Falcons?
You don't know? The Iron Falcons are an order that is protecting the tomb of Foyle Darg. They're fighting the world's end, so to speak. What about the other marking, Iria? Maybe...
Hold on. The Field Darg? The ancient evil?
Yeah, them. According to the lore, the Guardians locked them in this tomb. But the seal has gotten weaker as time went by, so for over 800 years the Iron Falcons have been protecting it. I'm surprised you know so little of your own country's lore, Tahar.
Well, my father was never interested in old myths.
The Fieldarg aren't a myth, not at all. If it weren't for the Falcons, Fiara would be history by now. That's not to say they're a likable bunch. Word has it that they're fanatically religious, self-righteous pricks. But I guess living in the desert with only skeletons to keep you company does that to you.
What about the other marking?
That one's even worse. This land where the marking points to doesn't even exist anymore. It's right in the Black Sea.
Damn it, you're right. But, that doesn't necessarily mean that this island doesn't exist anymore, does it? Maybe the cartographers of our era simply haven't discovered it yet. We could build a ship, right? Sail there and find out.
Yeah, maybe. But again, for that we need support. Someone who can provide us with influence, money, and at least some troops against whatever we'll face there. Not to mention the fact, Tahar, that your former general has probably already sent his dogs on us.
Ideas?
What about that village mayor, Clara Farland? Didn't she tell us something about certain friends she has?
True. And there was a shapeshifter.
Yeah, though I still don't think this is a good idea. How about the Moorhair elves? You told me they're investigating the Bloodburn too, didn't you?
We fought them in Leonon. I doubt they'll be eager to cooperate.
They know they made a mistake. That scryer, she snapped, and given General Noria's intentions, she wasn't even that wrong to do so. I'm pretty sure they'll listen to what we have to say, especially if they're struggling with the Bloodburn themselves.
All right, it might be worth a try.
Well then, sounds like we have plenty of options, doesn't it? Where do we start?
We should try our luck with the elves first. They know about the Bloodburn. Iria, do you know the way to Leafshade?
Yeah, it's a 6-day journey. Less if we find ourselves horses.
Good. Then let's rest some more and get prepared.
So, this'll be our base, won't it?
I guess so. Yes.
Nihalf's hammer. How about a tad more enthusiasm? We're in the ancient city of the Shapers. If anything, we should feel honored.
Well, let's just hope the city's defenses work better for us than they did for them.
I'll take care of that. Above all, we need allies.
We'll find them. What's next? Got it. What do we need? Now would you look at that?
So, this is it, isn't it? Our base of operations?
So it seems.
An ancient Shaper city on a quest to find a cure for the bloodburn. And we're working for the purity of light. Sounds crazy if you say it like that. Just some weeks ago, I thought I'd be in Greyfell now, trying to make a fresh start as an innkeep.
Innkeep? You?
Hey, don't laugh. What's wrong with some honest work after years of defiling on the road? Getting up early in the morning, setting the tables, serving mulled wine and stew to tired, weary souls. Just a simple, honest life.
Innkeeping is fun, until you find yourself on your knees at dawn, clearing up the puddles of vomit and beer these tired, weary souls left behind when they were done carousing.
Quite the cynic, aren't you?
So, you'd leave it all behind? The adventuring?
You know. People always act as if these decisions are final. The only way to find out how much I'd like that kind of life is by taking a chance, isn't it? And if one day I wake up and find myself in need of a change, I can still pack up my things and hit the road again. Upsides of elven blood. There's plenty of time.
Nobody's forcing you to stay here. You know that, right?
Yeah, I do. Anyway, talk later, shall we? I'm sure you've got battles to prepare.
Let's see.
To this day, the Shaper's magical and technological prowess remains unrivaled.
Interesting.
Yeah, wait. What's that?
I'm sorry?
That thing you've got there, the shard. Can I take a look at it for a second? Niehaus hammer. This is amazing. No, more than that. This is phenomenal.
I don't follow. What's so special about this thing?
This thing, as you call it, is part of an artifact. One that the scholars have been writing about for centuries. Blazes Tahar. Sometimes I wonder why it's always you who find such treasures, and not me. Look, if you find more of these, please bring them to me as fast as you can. It might be possible to reconstruct them, and that... I can't even begin to imagine what that would entail.
Okay. If I find more pieces, I'll bring them to you.
You have to. Niehaus hammer, I still can't believe it. Ah, Tahar. How nice of you to come by.
Made yourself comfortable?
Comfortable? Believe me, being comfortable is the last thing on my mind right now. Just look at this place. A Shaper city. Don't you feel it too? This sense of divinity?
Not really.
What a pity. Tahar, I'm not sure if you understand how much this means to me. The forgotten city of Mullendir, the heritage of the Shapers. Since my childhood days, I've dreamed of this.
I suppose what I'm trying to say is, thank you. You and the Harbinger have made this dream come true.
Well, all we did was save you from the orcs. You were the one who found the entrance.
You make it sound as if saving me from those greenskins was an easy feat. It wasn't. Anything else I can help you with? If not, I'd like to take another look at that rune Lacane gave us. It's at least as amazing as this place. Yeah, do you need something? I'm a tad busy.
That armor you're wearing looks quite special. Is it from Windwall?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, it's from Windwall. I forged it myself. Why do you ask?
Well, our smiths might be able to forge you a better one. It looks quite worn.
What? No. No, that's not gonna happen.
Why not?
It means something to me. But if it's my protection you're worried about, I can do some work on it myself. You'd have to cover the expenses, though. I'm a bit short on material these days.
Fair enough. I'll let you know if I have some resources to spare. There's something I've been wondering about. How did your cooperation with the Harbinger begin?
Well, that was simple. I was in Everlight at the time, on request of a nobleman. He'd hired me to do some work on an artifact collection of his. One night, a courier contacted me and gave me a letter. The message outlined the mission and the pay, even though the latter was almost irrelevant to me once I realized what it was that Lacane wanted me to find.
Molandir.
Yeah, you know the rest of the story.
What are your thoughts on the Harbinger, Rondar Lacane?
Well, he's my employer. Without him, I wouldn't be on this mission. Or, what do you mean?
I was trying to say, how do you feel about what he stands for? The purity of light, Aenir's return.
Oh, that. I'm not certain I have an opinion on these matters.
Don't you care who you're working for?
Truth be told, not that much. Making a living as an archaeologist is hard enough as it is. I can't afford to be picky. And in all honesty, aren't Lacane and his fellows just more of the same? There have always been cults who weren't happy with the Guardians and believed they had found the true and only God. There was even that one who believed in a sort of schizophrenic God, who was both the trinity of three different beings and the singular omnipotent God at the same time. However that's supposed to work. Sounds funny when you think about it, but those lads were dead serious.
So you think the purity is harmless?
Of course they are. And like any other fanatic, he and his fellows will go down once people realize his God doesn't have all the answers.
So you don't believe in Aenir's return? In the new world?
No, I don't.
But there's truth to what the purity claims. The Guardians have been unusually silent.
Yeah, because maybe they finally realized how silly and ungrateful most of their creations are and decided not to bother anymore. What I'm trying to say is, there could be all kinds of reasons why they've withdrawn. And I doubt a bonkers robe-wearing lad such as Lacane knows the answer.
Does the Harbinger know you feel that way?
No, I guess not, but he doesn't need to know about that, does he?
I'm sorry, Isgrim, but Lacane is different. The purity is more influential than any other of these cults that came and went.
Oh, now you're blowing this out of proportion. It's not that bad.
If dozens of mages being murdered and branded doesn't qualify as bad, then no, I'm not.
Fair enough. Maybe you have a point. But I don't see how it changes anything about our mission. LeCain didn't hire us to kill people, but to save them. And I consider that a respectable goal.
How does one make a living as an archaeologist?
Good question. One I usually prefer not to think or talk about. To be honest, it's a tough life. For some obscure reason, only very few scholars take interest in the Shaper or the Hibernian culture, even though there is so much to be found. It's a shame.
Like what? What is there to be found?
What? You mean apart from monumental steel constructs, ghost warriors, and a city full of ancient secrets to be discovered? A lot. But that's another topic.
How do you explain that lack of interest?
Well, what do you think? Ignorance. No matter if it's orcs, elves, dwarves, or humans. We're all terribly bad at learning from the past. Blasted, there's so much to be found, so much to be explored. Not just riches, but the technology, wisdom, and ancient secrets. But no, for some reason, the people with the coin just don't care. The only ones who even try to access this treasure are incompetent amateur treasure hunters, who usually get their heads chopped off by the first defense mechanism they walk into.
I'm not sure about this. When has digging up the past ever done us any good? We should focus on working for a better tomorrow.
Well, if you think so. Well, I suppose that answers your question. The life of an archaeologist is hard, and there have been times where I questioned if... well, if all the sacrifices I've made were worth it. Yet, here I am now.
Found out anything new about the rune?
Well, so far all I can say is that what LeCain has given you is indeed a Shaper artifact, as we suspected. Now, I would write all this purity talk of the rune being a gift of Aenir off as religious nonsense if it weren't for the fact that the rune's energy actually interacts with the Godstones, shrines of Aenir.
Which means that the Shapers and Aenir are somehow connected.
Somehow, yes. And I'll find out how.
Goodbye. I found some materials.
Let me see. Oh, yeah, that could work.
Great.
There we go. Thanks to her. Yes. Yes.
To this day, the Shaper's magical and technological prowess remains.
Tahar, may I help you with something?
I've been meaning to ask you, how does a dwarf end up so far from the Windwall Mountains?
Let's not talk about this now, shall we? Maybe later.
All right, sure. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No sweat, Tahar. It's fine.
Goodbye. Yes. What do we need?
Let's see. Yes.
Now would you look at that?
о чем-то.
What's next? Yes?
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Danger up ahead!
In the shadow of the eponymous mountain lies the wasteland referred to as the Foot of Barga Gor. It is home to the Orcish tribe called the Firewielders, as well as to many unforgiving beasts, from the undead to demons.
All right, here we are. The Foot of Barga Gor.
And you still think this is a good idea?
I don't think we have a choice. We need all the allies we can find.
Huh?
If it isn't the dreaded Corporal, I was just about to go on my own.
Well, you're in luck. It turns out we do need an ally. Troops, to be precise.
I had a feeling. And yes, I can help you, provided you help me first.
That was the deal. What do you want?
Your help in preventing a war.
Preventing? I don't mean to be rude, but aren't your kind usually the ones who start them?
That's what most people think. Let me explain. The leader of our tribe is planning to reignite an old war. The War of the Six Races. In other words, he wants to send this world back into chaos. It's stupid and dangerous. But many of my brethren fail to see that. Krell tells them that our tribe has become weak, and that by invading the Nortander and the Elven Empire, we will teach the world to live in fear of us again. What they don't see is that no one would benefit from this war. The Firewielders would be wiped out. That's as sure as the sunrise. And both the humans and the elves would suffer greatly from this. Krell tells them that we'd be honoring the struggle. But we wouldn't. It's the act of a fool.
The struggle?
Ah, right. Sorry. I forgot that I'm talking to a pale-skin. The struggle is the core of our culture. At the heart of everything that lives, there's conflict. The wolf hunts the deer runs from the wolf. Without the deer's flesh, the wolf dies. But if there were no wolf, so would the deer. Why? Because without an enemy, it would breed with no constraint. It would procreate until there's no more plants for the deer to eat. Their peace would be their doom. And it's the same with every being. Where there's no conflict, there's stagnation. And stagnation leads to downfall. This is why there has to be the struggle. But we shouldn't discuss this now. All you need to know is that Krell's actions are a threat. Not only to the orcs, but also the other races.
What is this Krell hoping to gain from it, then?
Well, there's two reasons. First of all, the bloodburn.
So the orcs are suffering from it too.
Yes, not as much as you humans do. But there have been outbreaks in some of the tribes. Krell claims that the humans and the elves have manufactured it to wipe us out. Which is why that war would be justified.
That's absurd.
Yes, and he knows it too. But that doesn't stop him from using it to rally the clans behind him nonetheless. And that's the second reason. Krell is a self-obsessed fool. He became High Chieftain with lies and false promises, and people have started to see through that. So now he has no choice but to act.
I see. And what do you intend to do?
Stop him. Orc culture is based on two pillars, strength and wisdom. And I will show him the power of the second one. By allying with a human and defeating Krell, the Fire Wielders will see that even an unlikely alliance can result in strength.
So you want to fight him?
Challenge him. But since he's a coward, I doubt he'll accept. Which is what you're here for. There's a second plan if the first one fails.
And in return, I'll get troops.
Yes. If I stop Krell, I will have the whole Fire Wielder tribe behind me. And I'll give you enough Orcish craftsmen and warriors to support your cause.
Agreed. When are you planning to challenge him?
Now. He has agreed to meet me. And I was just about to leave. One more thing. What's your name?
Tahar.
Good. Then let us be off to Tahar. Krell will meet us northeast from here.
Something you need?
What do you want?
Just give the word.
Yes?
Interesting.
Fine.
Not now. We should find that High Chieftain, Krell, first.
Zalraka.
Blasted armor.
Whatever's necessary.
Yes?
As stupid as their whole damn tribe.
Shut up. He's here.
Let's
Gore, what's the meaning of this? Who are these paleskins?
My allies. I'm here to challenge you to a duel, Krell. I will be the new High Chieftain of the Fire Wielders.
I hope this is a joke.
No. You are a danger to our race, and I won't stand by while you drag us into chaos. Once again, I challenge you to a duel, here and now.
Kill them, and feed their corpses to the undead.
Get ready!
Just as I expected. Bloody coward. Time for our second plan.
Which is...
We'll storm his cow.
What's a cow?
His homestead. If he doesn't want to face me like a child of Zarak would, we'll force him to.
Is this really the only way? Can't you, I don't know, talk to him?
About what? His delusion? Believe me, I've tried that for months.
But we can't take on an entire army by ourselves.
I know that, Tahar. But luckily I'm not the only fire wielder with sense left in him. There's a camp of my brethren nearby who've been sympathizing with my cause, and who promised me their support if push comes. Follow me.
Huh?
who are you? Where's Zargol?
In a better place. You're here to rally against him, aren't you? Good thing I told him that would happen.
Get out of my sight.
Why? Because you think these orcs support your cause? They don't. They only pretend to because Zargol told them to.
These paleskins will do what all of you are too scared to do. Put an end to the orc who will kill us all, if we don't stop him.
And to all of us, this isn't strength, Gore, this is treason.
Shut your mouth, Tuck. Gore has done more for our tribe than any of you.
Really? Can't you see he's using you? He doesn't give a damn about the fate of the Fire Wielders. All he wants is Krell's Kyle for himself.
But...
as I said, it's not too late to turn back. Think about it. All you'll do is throw away your life for a traitor. Krell will restore our race to its former glory with...
I'm done with talking. Face me. Or are you as much of a coward as...
Balrek, you piece of shit!
Huh?
Kill him, Gore! Tear his bloody guts out!
Scum! It's decided.
Kill him! Kill that traitor!
More fighting. Does this never end?
Huh?
Understood.
Huh?
Yes? Now would you look at that?
Bloody fools.
You attacked him.
If I hadn't, he would have drawn more on his side.
How can you know that?
I just do. And this piece of shit killed Zargol. He didn't deserve any...
Sorry, but this is nonsense. We've been here for not even an hour, and all you've done so far is slaughter.
Are you done?
Yeah, I am.
And what now?
Well, we have what we want. A base of operations. Now this is what... If you remember, I saw what you did in Farlan's Hope. Leading those rosy-cheeked farm boys against the Ash Reap, which is why I want your advice. I'm a shaman, not a tactician.
You realize that I know nothing of orc tactics, do you?
Warfare is a worldwide art, Tahar. There's not much to know, apart from our weapons and our traditions. But I'll guide you.
But will your brothers even follow me?
No, but me. And I'll follow your advice. Also, they saw how you can fight. They know you're not a coward.
Fair enough. What's the plan?
Simple. Kill Krell. In theory, we could attack right now. But he'll know we're coming. So we need...
I'm all ears.
We need to win the other clans. The Zol, the Ka, the Nook, and the Kayran. Each of them have their own specialty, which we can use against Krell.
What can the Zul offer us?
Spears. They've perfected that fighting style over the decades. The bleeding caused by just one wound can be fatal. They're slow, but that doesn't make them any less deadly.
The clans?
We are, but unlike in your kind, a fire wielder isn't just a fire wielder.
What about...
They are probably the most civil of the clans, which is why I think they'll be more easily convinced to follow us. Their fighting style is the most balanced. Their fighters form the core of every ambush.
Who are the Nok?
The ones I'm most worried about. They are the most vicious and brutal fighters of our tribe, who, as you can guess, are all for Krell's madness. But I have a friend within their ranks. If we can find him, he might help us win them over.
I see. The Kayran, who are they?
Outsiders, who mostly like to keep to themselves. They are extremely religious and devoted to... However, they are the best hunters the...
That could come in handy. Understood. So how do we win them over?
There are two ways. Every clan has a champion, just as this one had Zargo. If we beat the champion, they will some of the clans are loyal to Krell.
So there's another way other than defeating their champion?
As I said, there may be. We'll need to find out. And Krell won't... Finally, before you came, there's been talk of a strange human walking Barger Gore. He had an impressive aura.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
So, what's the plan?
Yeah.
Zalraka.
Just give the word.
Balrak. Blasted weather. What?
Our warriors are hungry. Let's find more food. Yes?
Corporal? Something you need?
Let the chieftain know what you want us to do,
Yes?
They will fall.
We should get moving.
Expansion is the key to victory.
Chieftain, the outpost has been built. Our borders have expanded.
What do we need?
Here we go.
All right.
Sure.
Danger up ahead.
All right, here goes nothing.
Here we go.
That's him. That's their champion.
Bloody traitor! You'll regret coming here!
You wanted blood, and you got it. Now stop the fighting. You're following me now.
Chieftain, the outpost has been built. Our borders have expanded.
Huh?
Chieftain. What is it?
Now we've got the pikemen too. Good.
Who are you talking to?
What? Oh, no one. Just thinking out loud.
What do you want?
What's next?
Huh?
At your command. Zaraka.
Yes.
We're under attack!
You'll regret this.
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
Yes?
Yes?
We should get moving. Yes.
Just give the word.
Huh?
We're under attack!
Let's burn them!
This will be a masterpiece.
Chieftain, the outpost has been built. Our borders have expanded.
I'll keep you shielded.
Focus, Harry. Focus.
It's really necessary.
Focus, Syria. Focus.
Damn it! I need healing.
What's next?
Damn it! I need healing.
They got one of our heroes!
Yes?
Damn it! I need healing.
merit guides me.
You got it. Fair enough. Let's do this.
Too much standing around.
Chieftain, we need to gather more wood.
Huh?
Will
Sure.
do. Soon enough, boy. Soon enough.
Here we go.
Fascinating. Simply fascinating.
For the fire wielders! We're under attack!
You'll regret this.
I need help over here.
Let's burn
Whatever's necessary. What do we need?
Yes?
More fighting.
So,
Does this
what's
never
the plan?
end?
All right, here goes nothing. Get ready.
You read my mind.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Yes?
Fine.
All right, here goes nothing.
Help, please.
They got one of our heroes!
Here we go.
All right.
Fair enough. Let's do this. All right, here goes nothing.
Focus, Syria. Focus.
I need help over here. Get ready.
Whatever's necessary.
All right, here goes nothing.
For the fire wielders!
Ah!
Focus, Syria. Focus.
What do you want?
You read my mind.
Damn it! I need healing.
Good. Our count grows stronger.
You asked for this.
Damn it! I need healing.
So, what's the plan?
They will fall.
Let's burn them!
You'll regret this. Damn it! I need healing.
At your command.
What do we need?
Zalraka.
Yes.
Fair enough. Let's make this quick. Too much standing around.
Our warriors are hungry. Let's find more food.
Rack. These nails are rusty. Somebody get me new ones.
Yes?
Chop, chop, brothers. All right. Let's get this over with. Let's see.
We're under attack!
Fair enough. Let's make this quick. our cowl grows stronger.
Something you need?
Good move.
We should be fighting now. Bow, rack. These nails are rusty. Somebody get me new ones. Chop, chop, brothers. Let's get this over with.
Building completed.
What's next? Now would you look at that?
We're under attack!
Fair enough. Let's make this quick.
What do we need? Mm-hmm.
We should be fighting now.
Damn it. We lost a sector.
Too much standing around. Bow rack.
Just give the word.
Weather.
That's the way?
Good. Our cowl grows stronger. Let's see.
Zaraka.
Danger up ahead!
much standing around.
Yes?
Chop, chop, brothers. Let's get this over.
Soon enough, boys, soon enough.
Good. Our cow grows. Bow, rack. These nails are rusty. Somebody get me new ones.
Building completed.
Huh?
We're under attack!
Here we go.
Let's see. Fair enough.
All right, why not?
Be fast.
All right, give me a second.
Yes? This'll be a masterpiece.
Good. Our cow grows stronger.
Chieftain, the outpost has been built. Our borders have expanded.
Bow rack. Blasted weather.
Yes? Huh? Let's burn them!
This way, right? Sure.
What do you want?
Whatever's necessary.
Focus, Syria. Focus.
Fair enough. Let's do this. You know this.
Yes.
Get this over with. Bow, rock. Nails are rusty.
We're under attack!
You read my mind.
I need help over here.
We're under attack.
We'll be back.
Focus, Syria. Focus.
At your command.
Let's see.
Huh?
Let's burn them.
Our Cal grows stronger.
Help me.
All right, here goes nothing.
We're under attack.
Help! Please!
We're under attack.
That way?
Please!
They got one of our heroes. Our warriors are hungry. Let's find more food.
Bal Rak. These nails are rusty. Somebody get me new ones.
Damn it. We lost a sector.
What's next?
That shouldn't have happened.
Too much.
We're under attack.
Yes. That's the way?
Uh-huh.
We're under attack.
Whatever necessary.
You asked for this. Yes. So, what's the plan? Just give the word.
This will be a masterpiece. This will be a masterpiece.
Chieftain, the outpost has been built. Our borders have expanded.
Yes? Sure.
Got it.
Here we go.
We're under attack! Damn it. We lost a sector.
This'll be a masterpiece.
Zalraka.
Yes. Damn it. We lost a sector. We're under attack!
Hmm?
They will fall.